Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Tom with Capo Fetish. Today I'm going to talk about some stellar outtakes from classic albums that didn't make the cut. I'm going to start off here with George Harrison's All Things Must Pass album. The outtake I'm talking about is a tune called I Live For You. It's a great ballad, and for some reason it was not featured on this album initially. It was, I think the first time it came out was on a 30th anniversary edition of this album, but and then subsequent releases, super deluxe editions. But it's an amazing ballad, amazing melody. I think it's one of Harrison's best solo songs, and has this amazing pedal steel by a guy named Pete Drake. And it's just, it's perplexing why it was never featured on this album. But highly suggest hearing it if you haven't heard it. It's called I Live For You, George Harrison, from the sessions from All Things Must Pass. Another great outtake is a song called Who Scared You from the Doors' Soft Parade sessions. It was featured as a flip side of the song Wishful Sinful, which is on the Soft Parade. Here's the song, Who Scared You. So, I mean, compared to what they put on this record, I think Who Scared You would have made a great replacement for a song like Easy Ride on side one. I think it would have fit in perfect with the record, with songs like Touch Me and Runnin' Blue and Wishful Sinful. It's just a great brass horn arrangement and really, really jazzy. I don't know. I've always loved the tune. So that's another great outtake. Another great outtake is from Zeppelin 3, the song called Hey, Hey, What Can I Do? A song that still gets a lot of airplay on FM radio. It was the flip side of the Immigrant song. And I think it would have fit perfectly on side two of this record. Maybe they could have kicked off Hats Off to Roy Harper. I don't know, but I think it would have fit perfect. Great song, great outtake from the Zeppelin 3 sessions. Hey, Hey, What Can I Do? Another song, not really an outtake, but, well, sort of is a song called John, I'm Only Dancing. It was released as a single in '72, but I don't think it was even released here in the US. But Bowie revamped the song during the sessions for Aladdin Sane with a sax. And for some reason they kicked it off the running order. And I think it would have made a great addition to this album. Instead of Let's Spend the Night Together, it would have fit nicely between the song Prettiest Star and the Jean Genie. And the song is called John, I'm Only Dancing. I think that would have fit perfect on here, and it made this album absolutely stellar. And another great song, you may disagree, is which would have made a great addition to Sgt. Pepper, and it almost made the cut, is It's Only a Northern Song from the Yellow Submarine soundtrack. Recorded during the Sgt. Pepper sessions, I think it's one of Harrison's greatest songs and one of their greatest psychedelic songs. And I think it would have fit perfect in with Sgt. Pepper, but it was pulled, and we did not get to hear it until this album 2 years later. Another great outtake, Only a Northern Song from the Beatles. Another great outtake is I'm Down from the Help sessions, featured as the flip side to Help. But I think that would have been a really great ending to the album on side two instead of Dizzy Miss Lizzy. But that's just my opinion. And then another great track recorded during Steely Dan's Can't Buy a Thrill album is a song called Sail the Waterway. It was recorded during the sessions, but not deemed important to put on the album. But man, it is a great track. I have it here on this this British import EP from 1977. Another song called Dallas, too, was recorded during the sessions. I think it may have been released as a single, Dallas, but it didn't really do anything. But the song Sail the Waterway has such an infectious verse melody and great chorus that, again, I'm just perplexed why they did not feature it on Can't Buy a Thrill. But check it out if you haven't heard it. If you can find this album or just pull it up on the web, it's a great song. Sail the Waterway. Even this, there was a song recorded during the Royal Scam sessions called Here at the Western World. That was featured on the Greatest Hits album here in '78, which would have fit really well, I think, on the Royal Scam. I mean, I wouldn't leave any song off the Royal Scam, but perhaps they could have just thrown it on side two, made it a complete 10 songs. Such a beautiful song, such a great song. Here at the Western World, another great outtake. Another great outtake is from the Byrds' Younger Than Yesterday record, one of their greatest albums. And an album I forgot to include in my 1967 list, but it would have been in my top 10 of that year. But the song is called It Happens Each Day. It happened to appear on the 1996 CD reissue of this record. It has almost a Crosby, Stills and Nash kind of vibe. Here's the bonus songs if you can see them. But I think it would have fit really well on here rather than Mind Games, or Mind Gardens, sorry, Mind Gardens. I think it would have fit perfectly on side 2 between Thoughts and Words and My Back Pages. Really great song if you haven't heard it. The song is called It Happens Each Day. You can find it on the expanded version of the CD of Younger Than Yesterday. And then a couple of my favorite Who songs that were never featured on any albums except this Odds and Sods compilations are 2 songs called Faith in Something Bigger and another one called Glow Girl. They were recorded in early January 68. So they didn't make the cut on Who Sellout, and they didn't make it on to Tommy, but I read somewhere that they were starting to record an album in 68, and those 2 songs were going to be on there. Faith in Something Bigger and Glow Girl. And another song called Little Billy, which is featured in an anti-cigarette commercial. Those were supposed to be on the album as well, but I think 2 of the greatest outtakes from The Who, Faith in Something Bigger and Glow Girl. So those are just a few of my ramblings about great outtakes left off of classic albums. Before I go, I'd like to pay tribute to the keyboardist from the Kinks who died last week, John Gosling. He's an amazing player who added such amazing textures to these Kinks albums. He played on everything from this Lola album from 1970 to Misfits. He also played on the Percy soundtrack. His keyboard playing, his keyboard prowess is all over this album from 1971, Muswell Hillbillies. Beautiful piano on Oklahoma, USA. Great Hammond organ on 20th Century Man. Of course, he's on this album, all over this album. Everybody's in Showbiz on Celluloid Heroes, adding just wonderful piano touches. And he's also on Preservation Act 1, and he's on Preservation Act 2. There he is right there, Mr. John Gosling. He's also on Soap Opera, Schoolboys in Disgrace. There's John dressed in a schoolboy's outfit right there with the rest of the band. He's also on Sleepwalker. And the last album he played on was 1978's Misfits. John Gosling, rest in peace. Incredible player. Brought a lot of life to the Kinks catalog in the 1970s. And we'll miss him. Rest in peace, John. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for subscribing. Take care. Have a good day. Bye.